Good morning, boys and girls. Are you ready for your math? I am ready to teach you. So today is day 2 of adding. Remember, we're learning how to add. So I hope you brought your little counters. I'm going to review a few things with you. And before we get started on our chart, right, we're going to count today by 5s and by 10s. We're going to skip count. And then I'm going to also give you a couple examples of what it is to add. You're doing really good. I'm sure you worked on this yesterday after your math paper. So we're going to start, remember, with our connecting cubes. We are going to take 2 of the pink ones. You see, 2 pink ones. So that is 2. And then I have 2 brown ones. So when you put them together, 2 plus 2 equals 1, 2, 3, 4. Got it? Easy, right? Easy peasy. Then I'm going to go ahead and take 3 blue ones, excuse me, and then I'm going to add, let's see, 1 pink and 1 brown. So that would be 2 plus 1, 2. How many are there altogether? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, right? Easy. What we're going to do, don't get fooled by it just because they're different colors. It's okay. Even if it's 2 different colors, you're still adding them together, right? So here we go. We're going to have 3 blue ones and we have 2 orange ones. So 3 plus 2 equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So you're adding. Remember that when you're adding, that means that you're taking the 2 smaller numbers and then at the end, the equal, after the equal means is all together, that's going to be bigger than what you're adding. So for example, if you have 1 and 1 and 2, I'm sorry, let me pull this out, 1 and 1, then together it cannot be a smaller number. It cannot be 0 or it cannot be 1, right? 1 plus 1, the answer has to be a greater number, a bigger number, more. All right, so it's 2. Here we go. Let's do one more here. So we have 2, right? That's 2 cubes plus 1 cube equals, so remember the answer is going to be more. So it can't be 2 and it can't be 1. It has to be more than those 2 numbers. 2 plus 1 equals 3. All right, you got it? All right, good job. You can practice all you want after this video, and you can rewind it as many times as you need to if you don't understand. And you can even use Cheerios, anything that you have for you to use as counters. Remember that. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen with you, and here it goes. And I hope you're doing great today and all ready to learn more addition. I love to teach you this. I love this. So we're going to go ahead and look at my screen. And there it is. So this is the paper that we are working on today. It says solve problems. Do you see that? Solve problems. I hope that you see that at the top. And it's lesson 11.3. And it's page number, let me see, 327, I think. Well, anyway, at the top, you can look at the lesson 11.3. All right. Before we do that, let's go ahead and skip count. I'm going to bring up the chart that you've already seen. Remember, this looks very, very, very familiar to you because we used it already to skip count yesterday and yesterday's lesson. But today, we are going to learn to count by 5s. Are you ready? So here we go. We're going to go ahead and start circling them right here. So 5, let me go ahead and put, let me choose red today. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. So we skip count by 5s, and as you can tell, there's a pattern there. Do you see that the pattern is, look at the columns, this column, the all of the numbers there, all the way down, they end with a 5. Do you see that, boys and girls? And now look at the last column. They all end with a 0. Did you notice that? So that is the pattern for counting by fives. They will always end with a 5 or with a 0. Okay, there we go. And let's go ahead and work on, let's see. Oh, before we do that, sorry guys, I meant to, we're going to go ahead and also work on skip count by 10. So let me get back over here and choose a different color. I'm going to choose green, and we're going to skip count by tens. Okay, so here we go. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and 100. So what is the pattern there? Do you notice they all end with a 0? Yep. When you skip count by tens, the numbers are always going to end with a 0. All right? Very good, boys and girls. So now we're ready to start our paper. I was getting ahead of myself. So everybody write your name on the paper on the top part, and we're going to begin. Look at that, how beautiful this penguin is. Now, for those of you that have gone to the zoo, I really enjoy going to the zoo. It's one of my favorite places to go to when, in San Diego, we have the best zoo ever, right? So this little penguin here, it looks like he's very hungry. And so we have to give him some fish to eat. So if you look down at the bottom here, it says 1, right? The number 1, and that's the word 3 is those numbers and words are called number sentences, right? So those are number sentences that actually can be written like that, or I'll show you a different way to write them too. You don't have to write them down as I'm writing it, but it just helps you to learn something ahead of time, okay? So 1 and 3 is, so let's see, we're gonna draw one fish, and we'll draw that fish any color that you want. We're going to choose two different colors. All right, you can draw, let's see, I'll choose a green one, and I'll draw one fish. Remember, it's easy. You're just drawing a circle and a triangle. There's a fish right there. Okay, I'm not a very good drawer either, so you could just draw the same way as I do if you're having a hard time with it. And then, so we drew one green one, and then we have to draw how many more? 3. So I'll choose a different color, blue. So then let's draw one fish, two fish, and 3 fish. There we go. And you don't need to draw details like eyes and everything. You can go back and do that later if you want, because I know you are a really good artist. So you can draw better fish than I can later. All right. Right now we're drawing this to get going with our paper. So 1 green one and 3 blue fish. How many are there all together, boys and girls? Let's count them. Here's 1, then 2, 3, 4. How many altogether, boys and girls? 4, that's right. So it's like I was telling you, you could see it this way. 1 plus 3 equals 4. That's how a number sentence is written without words. So that means that the plus sign, it means and. That means you're going to add more objects, in this case, fish. All right. So now let's go down to the koala. And now look at this koala. The koala bears are beautiful at the zoos, right? When you go to the zoo, you could see koala bears there at any zoo. Well, I don't know if we have any now, but you can go to another zoo and see the beautiful bears. They're so cute, right? So he is hungry also, and he wants a leaf. He wants actually more than one leaf. So let's look down here and see how many leaves he's going to have all together. So we have a number 2, and let's give him 2 green leaves. So I'm going to choose my green, and I'm going to draw as the best that I can. Remember, don't worry, yours does not have to look like mine. So let's give him 2 leaves that are green, and that's for this one too. And then let's draw 1 brown leaf. So I'm going to choose brown, and I'm going to draw another leaf here. Okay, and that is 1. So what it is they're saying 2 plus 1 equals, how many leaves are all together? Let's see. 1, 2, 3. So 2 and 1 is how many? 3. You see that, boys and girls? Now remember I was telling you that this number over here, what it equals altogether is more than this number and more than this number, right? It has to be more because you're putting things together, right? So the same thing for here. The 3 is more than a 1 and more than a 2. It's together combined, there are 3 leaves. Got it, guys? All right. So now we're going to flippity floppity to the next, to the page in the back, and it says to draw the picture for each number sentence and then write how many in all. So you're going to do the same thing and look and see how, oh, this is a lioness. God makes lions and he makes lionesses. So look at the lioness. This is a beautiful animal, and the way that you can tell the difference is because for lions, God put the manes. Remember the mane, big furry hair around the face, and the lioness it doesn't have as much hair, right? Bushy hair. So you can tell the difference in that way. So let's take a look, and look how beautiful she is. So she's going to, let's see what this number sentence says. 2 and 2. Okay, so you're going to, let's choose the brown here. Let's see. When they go walking in the where they live, right? They live far away, but they also are at the zoo. They leave footprints, right? So paw prints, I should say. So let's go ahead and draw some paw prints. So a paw print is not that it's not difficult. It's kind of like this, an oval, and then just circles like this. So that's 1 paw print, and this is another paw print, right? And that's 2. That's this. And then over here, those 2 paw prints are over there by the water where they drink, right? They drink it out of the ponds or wherever they see water, right? And then over here, let's draw 2 more paws by the fence if they're in the zoo, right? Over here, there's 2 more paw prints here, right? So 2 paw prints and 2 paw prints equals how many prints all together? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Did you say 4, boys and girls? You're right. So we're going to draw 4. So again, it is like this. 2 plus, because the and means plus, and 2 equals, the is means equals, they're saying together there are 4. All right, boys and girls? Now let's go to the bottom one. Oh, look at the camel. God made the camel, right? And he is a silly camel because did you know that camels spit? Mm-hmm. But they are also amazing animals because in Egypt they use them a lot to ride on, and they are like in like transportation, right? They have cars in Egypt now, I'm telling you, but back in the deserts, right? They still use camels. That's what I heard. All right. So what we're going to do, and we're going to add the 2 and the 3. What can we give the camels? What do you think? What do you think that we could give them? How about, well, let's see. Camels look like they can use some water. I don't know. Let's just give them some water then. Okay, so we'll go ahead and give them 2 jugs of water. We'll just make this up. 2 jugs of water like this. 1 jug. And then we'll do another jug like this. So there's 2 jugs of water, right? There's 2. And now we're going to add 3 more. So let's just do here. 1 jug of 2 jugs and 3. And it doesn't have to be perfect, boys and girls. I know you're kind of like, oh, I don't know how to draw this, but just like that. So they drink water, but not too much. But let's pretend we're giving them water today just to make it fun. But you can draw whatever you want as long as you're drawing 2 and then 3 more. So 2 plus 3 equals how many altogether? 3, 4, 5. So 5, right? You walk to the left, down, and then around. You got it, boys and girls? Good. I'm glad you followed along. You're doing very well. And like I said, don't worry about your pictures. You could draw whatever you want to give the camel as long as there are 2 and then 3 more, and all together it would make 5. All right. I hope you enjoyed your lesson today. You could work on this again later if you want, or you can count your little counters like I said, or anything you want. Okay. All right. You have a great day. I love you, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Bye, guys.